These potencies can be realized, and these potencies can be realized if topics regarding the Supreme Godhead are discussed amongst devotees. So this is what we do every day. Topics are discussed among devotees. This cannot be achieved by the association of mental speculators or academic scholars, for it is realized knowledge. Remember the words in the Sanskrit, jnana vijnana sahitam. It is realized knowledge. The devotees are constantly engaged in the Supreme Lord's service. The Lord, and here is confidential thing. The Lord understands the mentality and sincerity of a particular living entity who is engaged in Krishna consciousness, and gives him the intelligence to understand the science of Krishna in the association of devotees. I'll read that again. This is very, very confidential. The Lord understands the mentality and sincerity of a particular living entity who is engaged in Krishna consciousness, and gives him the intelligence to understand the science of Krishna in the association of devotees. So devotees, these type of phrases, when you read Bhagavad Gita, you must remember them where they are. Good if you could quote them, or you could go and find them and read them, because it is confidential information. The Lord understands the mentality and sincerity of a particular living entity who is engaged in Krishna consciousness. That should be very encouraging for us. It's not like, this is some kind of thing that, somebody go give you marks or this or that. It's God. We are dealing with Krishna. It is his message. Yeah. And he sees what we are doing. So he gives him the intelligence to understand the science of Krishna in the association of devotees. Then again, Prabhupada is saying, discussion of Krishna is very potent. And if a fortunate person has such association, so I mean people in this class are very fortunate. That is what it means. And if people are and if a fortunate person has such association and tries to assimilate the knowledge, then he will surely make advancement towards spiritual realization. Lord Krishna, in order to encourage Arjuna to higher and higher elevation in his potent service, describes in this 9th chapter matters more confidential than any he has already disclosed. The very beginning of Bhagavad Gita, the first chapter, is more or less an introduction to the rest of the book. And in the second and third chapters, the spiritual knowledge described is called confidential. Remember what Prabhupada is saying here, devotees? And the Sanskrit word, if you haven't written it down in your book, you could write it down now. That word is guhya. It is, he says, what is contained in the second and third chapters, the spiritual knowledge described is called confidential. Guhya. Topics discussed in the seventh and eighth chapters are specifically related to devotional service. And because they bring enlightenment in Krishna consciousness, they're called more confidential. So that is called Guhyataram, more confidential. Guhyataram. But the matters which are described in the ninth chapter deal with unalloyed, pure devotion. Therefore, this is called the most confidential. Guhyatamam. So you have Guhya, Guhyataram, and Guhyatamam. Guhya confidential, Guhyataram more confidential, and Guhyatamam most confidential. One who is situated in the most confidential knowledge of Krishna is naturally transcendental. He therefore has no material pangs. Remember the verse he's telling Arjuna, because you're never envious of me, I shall impart to you this most confidential knowledge and realization, knowing which you shall be relieved of the miseries of material existence. So here he's saying, he therefore has no material pangs, although he is in a material world. In the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, it is said that although one who has a sincere desire to render loving service to the Supreme Lord is situated in the conditional state of material existence, he is to be considered liberated. Similarly, we shall find in the Bhagavad Gita, the 10th chapter, that anyone who is engaged in that way is a liberated person. Now, the first verse has specific significance. The words idam jnanam, this knowledge, refer to pure devotional service, which consists of 9 different activities: hearing, chanting, remembering, serving, worshiping, praying, obeying, maintaining friendship, and surrendering everything. By the practice of these 9 elements of devotional service, one is elevated to spiritual consciousness, Krishna consciousness. When one's heart is thus cleared of material contamination, one can understand this science of Krishna. Simply to understand that a living entity is not material is not sufficient. That maybe the beginning of spiritual realization, but one should recognize the difference between activities of the body and the spiritual activities of one who understands that he is not the body. All right, somebody from the top could take a read there.
Jainarine, you want to continue?
Hare Krishna, yeah. In the 7th chapter, we have already discussed the opulent potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his different energies, the inferior and superior natures, and all this material manifestation. Now in chapter 9, the glories of the Lord will be delineated. The Sanskrit word anasuyabe in this verse is also very significant. Generally, the commentators, even if they are highly scholarly, are all envious of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even the most erudite scholars write on Bhagavad Gita very inaccurately because they are envious of Krishna. Their commentaries are useless. The commentaries given by devotees of the Lord are bona fide. No one can explain Bhagavad Gita or give perfect knowledge of Krishna if he is envious. One who criticizes the character of Krishna without knowing him is a fool. Such commentaries should be very carefully avoided. For one who understands that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the pure and transcendental personality, these chapters will be very beneficial. Hare Krishna.
So, devotees, we read a point Prabhupada presented. Devotees are liberated and they don't suffer, and people may get perplexed. What do you mean? I seen hell. I going through a lot of suffering. How devotees cope, how they see suffering when they get it. Now, Prabhu will leave Gita for a while. Bring up the verse from the 10th canto Bhagavatam. Tate nukampam shushamekshamano. Anybody could say exactly where the verse is? Is it like Canto 10, chapter 8, text 12? Is that correct? Or anyway, you will pull it up. You will. Tate nukampam shushamekshamano. We're going to pursue the point about suffering. How Lord Brahma, what Lord Brahma says. It must be Lord Brahma's prayers, that chapter. So what does Lord Brahma say about a devotee who is going through suffering? How do we see suffering?
As the mercy of the Lord.
Hare Krishna, purification, probably.
I wasn't asking a question. I was just saying that we're going to see how devotees see suffering. So we have had extensive discussion. What's the reference again, Damodar Prabhu, for this verse? Is it 10, 8, 12?
No, 10, 14, 8.
10, 14, 8, okay.
Yeah, Lord Brahma prayers.
Yeah, okay. So bring up the translation there and okay, good. My dear Lord, this is Lord Brahma pray. My dear Lord, one who earnestly waits for you to bestow your causeless mercy upon him, all the while patiently suffering the reactions of his past misdeeds, and offering you respectful obeisances with his heart, words, and body, is surely eligible for liberation, for it has become his rightful claim. So Brahma's point is, the devotee is suffering, but he is patiently suffering, you know. He earnestly waits for you to bestow your causeless mercy upon him, all the while patiently suffering the reactions of his past misdeeds and offering you respectful obeisances within his heart, words, and body. So the devotee continues suffering, but he continues to offer praise to the Lord. And the point is Mukti Padesa Dayabhak, that he becomes an inheritor of the Lord's mercy. In other words, Prabhupada say, a son just have to remain alive and he'll inherit the property of the father. So like that, that devotee who continues to patiently suffer, continue to offer prayers, he automatically gets the Lord's mercy. Yes, Mukti Padesa Dayabhak is surely eligible for liberation, for it has become his rightful claim. So there are technical points that will be discussed in this purport, because someone will say, but when people engage in bhakti, the Brahma Samhita se karmani nirdahati kintucha bhakti bhajam, their karma is destroyed. So let's explore this purport. So we could read from the top. Different people could read small pieces. So you could read from the top, come down.
Hare
Who didn't
Krishna.
read? Only Jainarayan read. So next person.
Hare Krishna. Srila Sridhar Swami explains in his commentary that just as a legitimate son has to simply remain alive to gain an inheritance from his father, one who simply remains alive in Krishna consciousness, following the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga, automatically becomes eligible to receive the mercy of the personality of Godhead. In other words, he will be promoted to the kingdom of God. Hare Krishna. Jar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Oh,
You can, okay, Kamal, you can read. Jar, you know,
yeah.
sort yourself out. We'll come back to you.
Hare Krishna. The word Susamikshamana indicates that a devotee earnestly awaits the mercy of the Supreme Lord, even while suffering the painful effects of previous sinful activities. Lord Krishna explains in the Bhagavad Gita that a devotee who fully surrenders unto him is no longer liable to suffer the reactions of his previous karma. However, because in his mind a devotee may still maintain the remnants of his previous sinful mentality, the Lord removes the last vestiges of the enjoying spirit by giving his devotee punishments that may sometimes resemble sinful reactions. The purpose of the entire creation of God is to rectify the living entity's tendency to enjoy without the Lord. And therefore, the particular punishment given for a sinful activity is specifically designed to curtail the mentality that produced the activity.
Read over that again. That is a kind of very deep and significant point. That's specific. Go ahead, read back that point.
Hare Krishna. The purpose of the entire creation of God is to rectify the living entity's tendency to enjoy without the Lord. And therefore, the particular punishment given for a sinful activity is specifically designed to curtail the mentality that produced the activity.
Yeah, good.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Although a devotee has surrendered to the Lord's devotional service, until he is completely perfect in Krishna consciousness, he may maintain a slight inclination to enjoy the false happiness of this world. The Lord therefore creates a particular situation to eradicate this remaining enjoying spirit. This unhappiness suffered by a sincere devotee is not technically a karmic reaction. It is rather the Lord's special mercy for inducing his devotee to completely let go of the material world and return home, back to Godhead. Hare Krishna.
A sincere devotee earnestly desires to go back to the Lord's abode. Therefore, he willingly accepts the Lord's merciful punishment and continues offering respects and obeisances to the Lord with his heart, words, and body. Such a bona fide servant of the Lord, considering all hardship a small price to pay for gaining the personal association of the Lord, certainly becomes a legitimate son of God, as indicated here by the words Daya Bhak. Okay, I'll stop here.
Just as one. Okay, go ahead, Prabhu. Go ahead.
Just as one cannot approach the sun without becoming fire, one cannot approach the Supreme Pure Lord Krishna without undergoing a rigid purificatory process, which may appear like suffering, but which is in fact a curative treatment administered by the personal hand of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So devotees, in the beginning of the purport, a person have to remain alive in Krishna consciousness. If we take advantage of the association of devotees as we do, remember, Prabhupada set up this society that every day people will have class, morning and evening, they will have class and discussions. But because of Kali Yuga circumstances, we may not live in the company of devotees, but we do the needful. We do what is required. We take advantage of the technology, and we make that sacrifice to still take advantage of association of devotees. Now, if we maintain such discipline as we read in the Gita in the first verse there, Krishna sees the sincerity of a particular individual. He sees the heart of the devotee and he rewards. So the idea is that we should continue to take advantage because today our body may be okay, but Prahlad Maharaj said, before this body is embarrassed by dwindling, in course of time, we will go through all kinds of complications with this body. But Prahlad Maharaj said, while we could, we should take advantage. Who knows? Sometimes you might be so distressed that being in a class for so long and hearing, who knows, what, whether, how much, what situation we'll be in, whether we'll be able to do that. But we take advantage now while we could. We take advantage and do while our faculties are still together. We take advantage and we do. If later on things are bad and we can't, well, at least we do as Prahlad said, before the body is embarrassed by deterioration. Krishna will see that we took advantage, we heard, we chant, we participated. So it's very important that, we learn to cope with the problems of life. Yes. Don't worry much, devotees. We will do back that 9th chapter again. So don't worry about we didn't finish or anything. We'll do back that again. So if we have some points for discussion, we'll discuss and then we'll do some chanting, some kirtan. Hare Krishna, anybody have points you want to bring up on today's discussion?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. This particular sentence here in the purport that we just read really illuminating in that the purpose of this entire creation is to rectify the living entity's tendency to enjoy without the Lord. And therefore, this is the part that is interesting. And therefore, the particular punishment given for a sinful activity is specifically designed to curtail the mentality that produced the activity.
Yeah. Yeah, I find that kind of really deep, that we may not understand, right? Just like, but things are specific, like Prabhupada say, if one engage in excessive sexual activity, then he may suffer from, all kind of skin disease and so on, So the idea is like different things, we may not know, but it exhausts, the tendency in our mind. So that is the idea that Krishna, he want to destroy that spirit, that enjoying spirit in our consciousness. So he gives us specific things that will curtail that. We do always be conscious about that, but the thing is, it does exhaust the propensity from our mind. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yes, Prabhu. Yes, so I'm thinking that yes, so when one get a particular spouse, who is giving him trouble, it is because hey, you deserve this, and you need to, you get you're placed in this particular situation, to understand, why is it that you have to go through all this, to curb that, rectify whatever that mentality was that get you into this position. It's a nice way to think of it. Whatever one may go through is that no, this is just right, perfect punishment, perfect situation for me to to learn from and to rectify, to see the lesson in it and try to curb that mentality or that behavior or that condition, which is what we have to to get the benefit out of it. So suffering is a good in that aspect. It's not just bad, but if we can learn the lesson from it, then we can make progress. Hare Krishna.
Bhaktisiddhanta gives some caution in a quote in our Japa book, in the latter part of the book. Bhaktisiddhanta say, if you see any evil in the Lord's hand, in other words, people have a tendency sometimes to blame God, why he had to give me, so if you see Bhaktisiddhanta warn, then that won't be good for you. Yeah. You have to know he is all good. He is all loving. And as he says in the Gita, Nada te kasya chat papam, nachaiva sukritam vibho. I am not responsible for your enjoyment and your suffering because of your ignorance and your bewilderment. You create and you go through your thing, but don't blame me for it. Krishna put his disclaimer. So Bhaktisiddhanta makes that point that if you when going through suffering, if you kind of see this as, evil, or why the Lord do this to me, he said that won't be good for us. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, that wouldn't fall in the category of karma, or that something different. Hare Krishna.
What we discuss in this verse is special mercy. It might look like karma, but it is Krishna's special interest in purging a devotee of some propensities to enjoy this world. That's what we're discussing. But my last point was, I know about many different incidents, if I would tell a few incidents of people who, very bitter, once, this television host in Guyana, I appeared on somebody's program and the guy interviewed me, but when we got off the interview, he said he's an atheist. He can't see that how there could be a God putting people through all the hell. He can't relate to that. He can't see, how it could have a God and put people through so much of suffering. He do. So I remember how bitter he was, and I tried, to explain to him, and then I would tell another, recollection long ago when I lived in the US as a brahmachari, I used to take care, was life membership director. I would take care of the congregation. So one Indian lady, one Gujarati lady, Miss Chawla. So, they used to come, but then like, for some months, we, didn't see them come to the temple. She didn't come around. And then we had a program at some Gujaratis home, and she was there. And I approached her, and, a long time we didn't see you. You okay? And the lady was very bitter. What was her problem? Her sister, it wasn't even her. Her sister had one child, and that boy got some kind of thing, some illness, and died. And she took such offense that there are people with so many children. Why God can't take their children? Why she have to take, my, sister's, only child? So it's difficult to explain to people that the creation is not around you. Like, the woman Karen Carpenter, she sing, everything I want the world to be is coming through especially for me. Atmavan Manyate Jagat. I am the center of the universe, and things revolve around me. Things are created for my enjoyment. When we have that kind of mentality, we setting up ourselves for disappointment, as Burijan say in the Japa book. The cosmos, is designed, it do cooperate with our false ego to, fulfill and gratify our false ego. Things we always run into things that crush our false ego. And, the cosmos is designed to crush our pride and our false ego and our everything. So if we think that this world is just for me and my, was Arjuna problem. That same I consciousness, I won't be able to enjoy my family go suffer. Uh, so the lady we talking about, she can't understand. Wait a minute. That child is an individual soul come in that family to work out some karma, and he don't have to wait and drag in a whole lifetime. If he work out his karma here now, he move on. Or if he belong to God and God want to take him back to him, that is his business. You you can't think that, my child and meant for my enjoyment, I my possession. When we have that type of mentality, we setting up ourselves for suffering. So yeah, it's the company of devotees help us to cope and to see, when things happen, how to tolerate, how to deal with it, and so on. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah,
My,
Lord.
my understanding, or if you could explain a little more of this verse here, that tells me what I deem to be good or what have I deemed to be bad.
I kind of am picking up you see, if you could repeat what you say, I ain't pick up that.
No problem. What I deem to be a good experience for me, or what I deem to be a bad experience for me, is just something that is dear to keep me focused towards Krishna.
You asking a question, or that is
Yes.
your
I'm
experience?
asking a question.
What is good and what is bad?
No. If I experience something good or if I experience something bad, it is just for me to keep my focus towards Krishna.
Yes, that is probably if things going good, yeah, bothered or if everything going good, you should thank Krishna for that he giving you an opportunity to remember Krishna. But at the same time, if conversely, if the opposite is there, that I'm going through some difficult time, then Prabhupada said, similarly, you have to see Krishna is giving you an opportunity to practice, to see this world for what it is not the place you belong to. He wants you to get that message in the wrong place, and you should be willing to do something. Just like when you're suffering and they give you a bit of medicine, you use your intelligence. It doesn't taste good. That diet is not in your favor, but at the same time, you know you're suffering, you're miserable, and this is what is good for you. So you use your intelligence and you take it. So like that, Prabhupada say if things going good, great, you take the opportunity and serve Krishna nicely. But if things not going good, you're getting a rough experience, see that as Krishna's arrangement also, that he's giving you an opportunity to practice, to remember him in difficult circumstances. See that as the amber light. When you're driving and that amber light come on, no, red coming next. Brace yourself, prepare. So like that, when we go through, rough times, the Lord wants us to prepare for the red light. He wants us to prepare for the end. So we have to see the suffering as His mercy also. Like the pleasant and the good time, suffering is meant for the same purpose. Hare Krishna. Anybody have anything more for discussion? Okay, well, if we do have more points for discussion, tomorrow is Sunday, a lot of big kirtan in Lanandal Temple. So this is our last session for now. Otherwise, then Japa and Mangalarti 5:30. So for now, we could do the Bhajan Radha Krishna Pranam, or we have been practicing for a few days. Rajalila, are you available to lead us in that? You can bring up that Damodar.
Yes.
Okay, so Rajalila would lead us in that Radha Krishna Pranam more. So Yes, as usual, devotees will practice this bhajan. Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Radha Krishna Pranamora Jugala Kishore
Radha Krishna Pranamora Jugala Kishore
Jivane Marane Gati Arunahino
Jivane Marane Gati Arunahimo
Kalindira Kulekeli Karamberavana
Kalindira Kule Keli Kadambe Ravana
Ratana Berira Para Osabodujana
Ratana Bedira Upa Rabo Sabodu Jana
Shamakari Ange Dibo Chandanera Ganda
Shama Gauri Ange Dibu Chanda Nira Gandha
Chamara Dulabo Kabe Heri Mukhachandra
Shamara Dulabo Kabe Ire Mukhachandra
Atiya Malatir Mala Dibodo Haragale
Gatiya mala tirmala Dibodo hargale
Adhare Tuliya Deva Harpura Tambule
Adhare tuliya dibo Karpura tambule
Lalita Vishaka Adi Jata Sakhi Brinda
Lalita Vishakha Adi Jata Sakhi Vrinda
Agyaya Koribo Seva Charanaravinda
Agyaya Koribo Sevo Jayanaravinda
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Dasaranuda
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daser Anudasa
Seva Abhilasa Kare Narottamadas
Seva Abhilasa Kore Narottama Dasa.
Radha Krishna Pranamo Jugala Kishore
Radha Krishna Pranamo Jugala Kishore
Jivane Marane Gati Arunahimo
Jivane Marane Gati Arunahimo.
Hare Krishna.
We'll do the next verse too. I think Madhasudevi is there. Madhasudevi, are you singing?
Yes,
Okay.
Prabhu.
Okay.
Kalindira Kule Keli Karambera Vana
Alindira kelo lili kadambira vana.
Ratana Berira Para Usavadujana
Ratna bidira upara bosa bo dujana. Radha Krishna Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Ram Prabhu, you want to start the translation?
Hare Krishna. The divine couple Sri Radha and Krishna is my life and soul. In life or death, I have no other refuge but death. Krishna. In a forest of small kadapa trees, on the bank of the Jamuna, I will seat the divine couple on a throne made of brilliant jewels. Hare Krishna.
I will anoint their dark and fair forms with sandalwood paste, scented with kuya, and I will fan them with a tamara. Oh, when will I behold their moonlight faces? Hare Krishna.
After stringing together garlands of malati flowers, I will place them around their necks, and I will offer tambula scented with camphor to their lotus mouths.
With the permission of all the Sakhis, headed by Lalita and Vishaka, I will serve the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna.
One more verse, someone.
Narottama Das, the
Narottam
servant of
Dasa.
Go ahead, someone.
Hare
All right.
Krishna. Narottam Dasa, the servant of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, longs for this service in the divine couple. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Raj Prabhu, another one.
Prabhu posted he's listening, Damodar Prabhu.
Oh, he's listening now. Okay. Okay, devotees, would anyone like to sing their favorite? Kamal Prabhu. The one that we had to chant that we have been doing for the last several evenings. How does the is it Sri Krishna
Yes.
Chaitanya? Huh?
Nadia Gudrume.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, and then we can do the chant, the Hare Krishna mantra, and then we'll. Okay, so Nadia Gudrume Nityananda Mahajan. Very good. Okay. Is it on the screen now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, Kamal Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Nadia Gudrume Nityananda Mahajan.
Nadia Gudrume Nityananda Mahajan.
Patiyache naam hata jivera karan.
Patiyache naam hata jivera karan.
Nadia Gudrume Nityananda Mahajan.
Nadia Gudrume Nityananda Mahajan.
Shraddhavan Jana He. Happy April.
Shraddhavan Jana He. Shraddhavan Jana He.
Very good. Shraddhavan Jana He. Shraddhavan Jana He.
Shradhavanjana he, Shradhavanjana he.
Prabhu Raghibai. Magiye Bhiksha.
Prabhu aage bai, mage bhiksha.
Bolo Krishna Bhajo Krishna Kuru Krishna Shiksha.
Bolo Krishna Bhajo Krishna, Koro Krishna Shiksha.
Aparadha Sunye Hoye Loho Krishna Nam.
Aparadha sunya hoye loho Krishna nam.
Krishna Mata Krishna Pita Krishna Dhana Pran.
Krishna mata Krishna pita Krishna dhana pran.
Krishnera samsara kuru chadiya nachar.
Krishna samsara kore charyanachar.
Jive doya Krishna nam sarva dharma sar.
Jive doya Krishna na sarva dharma sar.
Adiya Godrume Nityananda Mahaja.
Nadia Godrume Nityananda Mahajan.
Patiyache nam hata jivera karan.
Patiya Chinam Hata Jivirakaram.
Shraddhavan jan hai, Shraddhavan jan hai.
Shraddhavana Jana He, Shraddhavana Jana He.
Prabhu Raghe Bhai, Magiye Bhiksha.
Prabhu Aghe Bhai, Maghe E Bhiksha.
Bolo Krishna Bhajo Krishna Koro Krishna Shiksha.
Bolo Krishna Bhajo Krishna Koro Krishna Shiksha.
अपराधा शून्य होए लो कृष्ण नाम.
Manasudevi. Aparadha sunya hoy loy Krishna nam.
Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Dhana Pran.
Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Dhana Pran. Sing it out, the next verse.
Krishna samsara kuru chadiya nachar.
Krishna ras samsara koro charyana chad.
Jive doya Krishna nama sarva dharma sad.
Jivedoya Krishna nam sarvadharma sad. Mahamantra.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. China, right?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
One more Langanasham.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ram Prabhu. Right.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare.
Vidura, Vidura Prabhu, you chanting?
Hare Krishna. Yeah, Prabhu.
Go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. We can do the translation, devotees, before we close. So we can start from the top. Jainarayan Prabhu, you can start us off with verse 1, followed by Jar.
Hare Krishna. In the land of Nadia, on the island of Godruma, the magnanimous Lord Nityananda has opened up the marketplace of the holy name, meant for the deliverance of all fallen souls. Hare Krishna.
O people of faith, O people of faith, by the order of Lord Gauranga, O brothers, I beg these three requests of you. Chant Krishna, worship Krishna, and teach others about Krishna. Hare Krishna.
3. Being careful to remain free of offenses. Just take the holy name of Lord Krishna. Krishna is your mother, Krishna is your father, and Krishna is the treasure of your life. Hare Krishna.
4. Giving up all sinful activities. Mala, continue because something happened to my phone.
Giving up all sinful activities, carry on your worldly duties only in relation to Lord Krishna. The showing of compassion to other souls by loudly chanting the holy name of Krishna is the essence of all forms of religion. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. When Manalangana Sham was reading and she stopped and says, Mala, that's not in the purport. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, devotees. Raj Prabhu, should we end here now? Okay, devotees, I guess we could end here now. Raj.
Unless other want to wait, unless other want to wait for Prashadam.
Are you
with that drone hour.
Are you going to send it mystically the doubles Prashadam? Sure. Sure.
By the way, Jar, you managed to get any doubles anytime recently?
Yes, I got it, Prabhu. That tastes real
All right,
good.
I didn't trust them guys, but it's good that they behave themselves and drop it for you.
No, they drop it. I wasn't home though, but my wife told me that they drop it. But I didn't know who. I thought me and wife is Pawan Prabhu, but I know
is Raman Pawana trust with it?
Right, yeah, and well, she told me that the same fellow who I think is Pawan, but I thought Pawan was in India. So when she told me that, I said,
He came back.
Okay, yeah, I got it, and it tastes real good, and a big boy. When you eat one of that, you're good.
Yeah, I got as well, and I got double share. So I was real glad.
Yeah, I eat two.
Anyway, Jar, tomorrow is special kirtan at Londonville Temple. They have some foreign people and so on in the evening doing kirtan. So it'll be good if somehow you could make it to the temple tomorrow.
Okay, what 4:05 and thing around that time?
All the time will be good. You go catch the foreigners. They're on the late schedule, yeah. So you'll catch them that time.
Okay, all right, good. I will try.
Jai Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. We have a comment here. I waiting on the doubles for the longest time now. So Raj Prabhu, it seems the devotees, from the comments here, they've been waiting on the doubles, so we'll have to do something about that, right?
How are we going to know who to deliver it? May I know who is that?
I know. Right. We need to.
How to deliver the doubles?
We need a address, we need a name, we need contact information. We just can't leave it on the side of the street.
I can leave it at the temple and put a letter on it, and the devotee can just come and pick it up. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much, devotees. Don't forget tomorrow morning, today is Saturday, so Sunday morning, 5:30, we do Mangalarti at 5:30. Tomorrow is Vrindavan. So we'll be visiting in ISKCON Vrindavan to get darshan of the deities there, and we'll do Mangalarti. maybe a short class in the morning, and then in the evening it's at the temple in Londonville. So thank you very much, devotees, for your wonderful association. Anything before we close this evening? Okay, so if nothing else, then have a wonderful rest of your evening, devotees, and we'll meet again tomorrow for Japa and for Mangalarti. Srimad Bhagavad Gita Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jagat
Jai.
Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai.
Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai.
Jai.
Nitai Gaura Premanandi Hari
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 Bol.
Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. My honorable celestial devotees, Hare Krishna.